right. Hey everybody, Mr. Mena here. So I wanted to talk to you guys about three things today specifically. I want to look at matter, what is matter, what mass is, and what magnetism is. So first things first, what is matter? Well, look around you. You're matter, I'm matter. This phone is matter, this microphone is matter. Anything all around you is made up of matter. And the good thing about matter is that it's everywhere and it's made up of mass, okay? So some of the three main things about matter that you're going to learn about are solids, liquids, and gas. Now all around me I have solids, exception of this little liquid here called Gatorade. There we go. So you got a little bit of liquid, and then can you see any gas? No, obviously not. But gases are another form of matter, okay? It's one of the states, and the thing about that is that the very air that you're breathing right now is oxygen, right? So that's considered matter. It's one of the states of matter. It's a gas, and what you breathe out is what feeds everything green, plants, trees, carbon dioxide. So boom. So matter is anything that takes up space and has mass. Good. What's mass? Mass is basically it's not necessarily weight, okay? Mass is measured in grams and kilograms, okay? Kilograms is very heavy. It's usually one kilogram is about 2.2 pounds. So me, I weigh about 200 pounds. So I would probably weigh about 100 kilograms. But if you look at something like a little marker, piece of paper, a pencil, a feather, your laptop probably isn't very heavy. Those things, or even a phone, these things are measured in grams, okay? Now grams is basically mass is the substance that is in matter, okay? And the amount of matter basically, mass is basically the amount of matter in an object, okay? And like I said, again, we weigh them based off of grams, kilograms, okay? And usually you see them on weigh scales. Okay, now this is an example of a weigh scale, okay? I could put some stuff on here, okay? Get its measurement in grams. It'll tell me, all right, it might be 3 grams, 10 grams, who knows how many grams, right? Now what you guys are used to, and I don't have here at school, are called triple beam balances. Okay, you put it on a beam and then you move those little black little weights around, and then there's some numbers there. We'll be using those when we get back. That's called a triple beam balance. And there's also things called spring scales, which you put on top, and that also measures things in terms of mass. Okay, good. Now, the other thing we're going to focus in on is magnetism. Now, magnetism are, you guessed it, things that are magnetic, all right? So what kinds of things are magnetic? Well, if you look at my rack here, this is made out of steel. Steel is magnetic. A lot of you have pictures and things on your refrigerators. That's because they're made out of stainless steel, which is also magnetic, okay? A lot of great magnets, and then there's a lot of, there's cobalt, there's nickel, various forms, right? And guess what? There's even iron ore, which is magnetic. And iron ore is found where? In sand, on the earth, believe it or not. So what I'm going to show you here real quick, and let me get this up here just so I can prove it to you.
Ooh, this is the awesome part.
All right, a little heavy, but this is a horseshoe magnet, a red one. So if you have a magnet at home, you can play around with it outside as well. And trust me, when you notice, you're going to dig up these things called iron ore. That's why Earth kind of acts as its own gravitational pull, because we're made out of iron. Our Earth is, especially the core. So I'm just rubbing it around a big old pot of dirt I have here, right? And you would think, all right, all the sand, all the dirt's going to fall off, right? Well, this is one way you can separate iron ore from dirt or sand. You use a magnet. It's not a coffee filter or some other things. In fact, this is going to be a test question later, so pay attention. So again, dig in really good. Okay. Now the cool part, I'm going to try to bring it close up here. I hope you guys can see it. You notice here, that is not sand. That is actually
Iron ore.
iron ore. Okay. Iron ore is what I have in this jar. I don't know if you guys can see it. But watch. I'm gonna move it around. Can they? I don't know.
Oh, the funny part is when it spikes up.
Yeah, it might be hard to see with. There it is. You can kind of see it move around. This is iron ore that I took from outside. Okay, it looks like a blob kind of right now, but I actually took it from sand outside. And usually what I do is that I take that iron ore, I it's kind of hard to take off, and I put it inside this, and one day I want to fill this all up with nothing but iron ore. Okay, but there you have it. Those are the three main things. Brief overview of what we're going to look at. We'll get more into depth on it in school and during the remote online. But as far as that is concerned, those are some of the metals that are magnetic. There are a few metals that are non-magnetic. For example, brass. Okay, notice doesn't stick. Okay, like I said, steel, yes. Okay, if you have something that's made out of aluminum, all right, like aluminum is also non-magnetic. So aluminum, non-magnetic. Brass, non-magnetic. And usually a lot of keys to your house, to vehicles, those things are non-magnetic as well. Okay, so again, that's just a brief overview on what's magnetic, on what mass is, and what matter is. And we're going to be classifying and observe all kinds of properties of matter for the next few weeks. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's informative. And again, do not try this at home. Well, this might be okay, but always ask your parents' permission. Bye. All right, turn it off. Slide the